सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्. So we had said, I think the 6th verse last time, right? Sannyasastu mahabaho dukkhamaptu mayogata. It's important to notice that Krishna does not treat sannyasa and karma yoga as two separate things. Who sees it as one, he says sapashyati. Because to get the sannyasi mindset, you need a life of karma yoga. Yona kanksham na deveshti. That growth that is necessary, only a life of karma yoga will give you. A life of sannyasa can also give you, but as he says, dukkham aptum ayogataha. A lot of hassles in it. I have seen so many Guru Bhais of mine over the last 40-50 years. 76 onwards, I have been a full-timer in this. Okay. But 74, 75 and all, I have been seeing the students, my previous batch in the ashram, and getting to know them well. I know how much of a struggle it has been for people who have come not fully ready for it. Okay. It's a big struggle. If you are ready for it, it's a royal highway. Okay. You are in the expressway. If you are not ready for it, it's a big struggle. That's why he says, goal is one, moksha. Means is one, knowledge. Lifestyle is two. One, pursuing the knowledge along with everything else, karma yoga. One, pursuing the knowledge to the exclusion of everything else, sannyasa. So then definitely a sannyasi can get it faster. Yes. If you are ready for it. If your mind is prepared enough, then fine. You know, when you have everything with you, you think, come on, I can do without all these things. All this is not necessary, I'm enjoying it while it is there. The day you don't have to do that is the test. When you don't have it, then what? Don't have what? Forget the appreciation of friends, etc. because you're good job, good this, that. Forget all that. You're not sure where your next meal is coming from. Dukkham aptum ayogata. You don't know. To live on bhiksha, you don't know what it is. Many filtramers don't know what it is to live on bhiksha. My juniors tell me, Swamiji, we also, we went to the Kali Kamli Wala Kshetra, what you were talking about? We went there and had bhiksha. Yeah, you had one meal. You didn't have to live on it. You knew evening meal was there in the ashram for you. We know that there was nothing. It's entirely a different picture. There from the ashram we had called up ahead and said, hey, some of our students are coming. So then, Swami Dayananji students are coming. Chalo, aa jayenge. Not when you are going as a lone sadhu there. There will be a Naga Baba in charge there. Kaun sadhu? Aggressive. Kaun sadhu means who are you? Where are you from? And you have to speak that language. You always feel humiliated. I remember one of my batchmates coming with me. Tears started rolling down his cheeks. I said, champ, kya ho gaya? You've been in Rishikesh so many years. Before joining us, he was in Shivananda Ashram. Standing for bhiksha like this, माँ का याद आता है. I'm remembering my mama. Be a mama's boy. You're not fit for this life. I mean, there's nothing wrong if you're saying, my God, I remember how lovingly my mom used to give me food. That's fine, that's just memory. That's memory, gratitude, all that is good. All that is good. But now, क्या हालत हो गया मेरा? अभी क्या हालत हो गया? अभी भिक्षु है. In fact, my students would get upset sometimes when I used to tell them, who are you? I'm a fakkad from Rishikesh. Fakkad is a very slang term, beggar. And where are you? Staying in a nukkad in Bombay. I don't know how many of us remember, there was a TV serial called Nukkad. Leftist oriented but a beautifully made serial. To cushion the leftist views. Very nicely made. Yeah. It was in the 80s. The time I started teaching in Bombay, around that time. Okay. So, if your self-judgment is based on these conditions, forget it. Look at it. You are standing for Bhiksha. I am talking about sadhu life, okay? Sannyasi life. I have become so beggarly. अरे एक ज़माने में क्या राज करता था. And now I become beggarly. You're gone. Because you're feeling beggarly. Or all these are beggars. I'm a scholar, I'm educated. I'm well versed in the Shastra. Then also you're gone. Why too much of ahankara in you? If you feel beggarly, you're gone. If you feel this, you're gone. And remember, I'm talking about feelings. You don't have a control over them. Okay, they'll come up. Based on your belief system, what is inside it. So you have to see that the inside is okay. Do you have the yogita for it? Otherwise, dukkham eva aptum ayogataha. Ayogataha, one who is not ready for it. Dukkham aptum. Dukkham aptum. Yeah, that's how it is. Yeah. Therefore, Krishna here is against a hasty sannyasa. Okay? He's not against sannyasa, but he's against a hasty sannyasa. Yeah, Prashant, you have a question.
Swamiji, I have a question regarding, you said that the goal is one,
Yeah.
and the means is jnanam, and the lifestyle is two. And I also said that in a sannyasa lifestyle, it is easier or it is faster.
Yeah.
What kind of a life, like what is it in particular that is giving that edge over a grihastha? Like, because even in grihastha ashrama, there is plenty of opportunities to do karma yoga, and then there is class, and then we can attend and then get it. But what exactly in sannyasa ashrama gives them that
The edge.
or like to get that quicker? Like,
The time factor. You are not distracted by anything from your pursuit. You don't have a job. You don't have any responsibilities. You don't have any rights either. Nobody is claiming your time. Morning, afternoon, evening, what are you doing? Studying, contemplating, discussing, meditating, और क्या कर रहा है? That immersiveness, what you experience in a small camp for 3-4 days, which you can take it, okay. This is 24/7 now, for days on end. Nothing else. People ask me sometimes, even now in my lifestyle, though I am doing a lot of things now. Something, what did you do today? Oh, today was a relaxed day. Did some reading, did some this and that, did some thinking. अरे कुछ नहीं किए हैं, बहुत कुछ किए. Nothing and everything. You get the idea? We did nothing, but we did everything. You are immersed in this knowledge 24/7. Like a typical day you want, when I was in Rishikesh as a student, morning 6 o'clock, start with Brahma Sutra class. Okay, you have a bath, this, that, etc. You are ready for the class 6 o'clock in the morning. After walking 2 kilometers to Kailas Ashram, okay, you are there 6 o'clock. 6 to 7 Brahma Sutra, 7 to 8 Upanishad. Okay, then you come back. Then you go over what you have done and everything like that. By that time it's time to go for Bhiksha. So you go for Bhiksha, come back, take some rest, go for the Sanskrit class, Sutras, Parni Sutras, come back. Then you're discussing. You have a couple of people along. You're discussing, you're debating this, that, etc. Then evening aarti in the temple. Then whatever is left from your morning, this thing you eat in the evening. Then again discussion, this, that, etc. By the time it's time to go to sleep, because you have to get up at 4:35 in the morning. So what are you doing whole day? Tat chintanam, tat katanam, anyonyat tat prabodhanam. To think about it, to talk about it, to help each other understand, to listen to the teachers, nothing else. Constantly immersed in this knowledge. और कुछ है ही नहीं. So can you see how much the knowledge seeps into you? The knowledge seeps into you. The number of classes you can attend in a week will be what a sannyasi will be attending in a day. You get the idea? But you have to be able to absorb and take all that. Yeah. So that is the thing, that total immersion. You have nothing else but this knowledge. Nothing else. Once in a way you have something. Once in a way you will have something. What is that? आज थोड़ा मजा आएगा. What? थोड़ा भंडारा जाके आता हूँ. Today is Amavasya. No class. Holiday. So that's the day for Bhandara. Bhandara खा के आ जाओ. That is break for you. Okay. Once in 2 weeks you have 1 day break. That's how the life is. You're immersed fully into it. So that is the advantage. Big advantage. Yeah, Karthik, you have a question.
So, Swamiji, on the flip side,
Yeah.
I have heard from certain other acharyas,
Yeah.
the way Karma Yoga was presented was strictly sequential, as in you do Karma Yoga,
Yeah.
you get Jnana Yogyata,
Yeah.
then you pursue Jnanam and get Moksha, but I mean, the thing is that also is, I mean, what I'm understanding from it, it's a lifestyle. Karma Yoga takes care of your emotional maturity and you pursue the Jnanam side by side. So, it's not strictly sequential also, right?
It need not be sequential, though it is something like this. If you are going to take a life of sannyasam, you might as well have lived a life of Karma Yoga for some time. So, in that way, it looks sequential. But with a life of Karma Yoga, also you can gain it. It may take you 20 years, that's okay. What the guy can do it in 3 years, you may take 20 years, that's okay. So, question of time factor, how much you are distracted, how much you are committed to the knowledge. In Karma Yoga, it's difficult to keep the commitment going because there are 101 distractions. Previously, I used to talk about child falling ill or your parent being ill. Now I also have to talk about dog falling ill. होता है ना? I mean, come on, yaar. The dog is like having a baby only. So, all these things are there. So, the advantage of sannyasa is none of this is there. But can you take it? Can you take the fact that there is no entertainment? Can you take the fact that what is for entertainment? Entertainment क्या है? चलो गंगा में जाके एक डुबकी मार के आता हूँ. है ना? Go to Ganga for entertainment. Okay. Yeah. और what is other entertainment? चलो महाराज जी नहीं है, that your teacher is not there in town. थोड़ा बद्री केदार घूम के आ जाएगा. By public bus and transport, okay? I mean, yes, अभी किधर पैसा है? टिकट के लिए पैसा वो भी देखना पड़ता है कि नहीं है? Or you will have to ask some यात्री बस that is going. महाराज जरा देख इधर तक छोड़ देगी हमको, बस सीट का जरूरत नहीं है, खड़ा रह के आ जाए. 8 hours you are going to stand, okay? Bumpy road. That's the only break you get. So you have to be very, very ready for something like that. Intermittent fasting, that is natural for you. Only 2 meals a day anyway. 11 o'clock in the morning and about 6 o'clock in the evening. That's it. Chai, coffee, वो क्या होता है? What is tea and coffee? Okay, I had it a bit better. No, we are there ashram, Swami Dayananda. Ashram Swami Dayananda Kutia, not Swami Dayananda ashram, Kutia. And Swami Siddhananda was in charge. So one day he came. Rammohan, ये स्टोव रख दो आपके पास, नो वेयर यू आर स्टेइंग इन आवर रूम, ये स्टोव रख दो और थोड़ा ये चाय का पाउडर है और मिल्क पाउडर, सुबह थोड़ा चाय बना लो, आप लोग 6 बजे पाठ में जा रहा है ना. थैंक यू स्वामी, ग्रेट ब्लेसिंग इट वाज. आई एम एक्चुअली सेइंग वी हैड इट बेटर. व्हाट बेटर देन यू कुड अफोर्ड अ कप ऑफ टी. I mean, do we even count the number of tea or coffee we have nowadays at home, or even an ashram setup? Our Rishikesh ashram tea is available at 5 o'clock in the morning, or even earlier. Then breakfast again tea is available. Then mid-morning tea is available. Afternoon tea is available. And if you want tea after that, our Arshavidya tea center is always there. Gayatri. But a typical sannyasi, even with all that, let us say all the conveniences are available, ashram life is there, food is there, breakfast, lunch and dinner available, everything is there. Still, when you are immersed in this knowledge, it's not easy. Things come up from the subconscious that you never thought you had. You never thought you had these issues, they'll come up, they'll be thrown up. You are attracted to this girl. Come on, yaar, what is happening to you? You know so many beautiful girls in your life, and this. That is true. Thoda baki hai. Samskara is there. What to do? But I thought I had a girlfriend. She was fine. She was fine. Are you fine? You said tata goodbye to her. She is happy. Are you? Happens. You will see something in the ashram that is not being done according to what you think is right. And you go over trying to set it right. Yeah. Relax, yaar. The people are running the ashram, let them do it their way. You have gone there as a student. No, but it is not the right way of doing it. Maybe, according to you, it's not right. But are you in charge or they are in charge? If they are in charge, let them do it their way. I can't stand that injustice. What injustice? It's just a different way of doing it. It's inefficient. Maybe. If the person running the ashram is smart, he'll tell you, come, take charge and do it. Then half your time is gone in that only. What about your studies, etc.? Bhul gaya. Shivananda ashram recognizes that many people come not ready for it. That you are not ready to become a sannyasi or a full-time pursuit. So they started a lot of activities. They started in Swami Shivanandaji's time itself. One was the publication division, where all types of books are being published. Sometimes they don't even deserve to be published, but even they are published. Why? Because there are characters who are not yet ready to be free from doing anything. They are not ready to be simply sitting sadhus. Just simply studying, nothing else. So they all go to work in this publication division. Then they have agarbatti manufacture. Chalo. Then they have Ayurvedic medicines manufacture. Why all this? Why should an ashram do all this? One, you get some funds to run the ashram, that is true. But more important than that, all this was started because the ashram is huge enough, big enough, there is place, and Get these champions who are coming there to get their minds right. They are not done enough karma yoga in their lives. They are not lived a life of karma yoga enough. Or at least here, seva kar lo thoda. They'll call it seva. Seva karma. And all the politics come in there. How do you know? Because many of them used to come and talk to me. Because English speaking. Shivananda Ashram is English speaking. And other than that, English is common language was our ashram. So many of them would come and talk to me also. तो मुझे क्या करेगा यार? तो मुझे आश्रम है फिर भी ऐसा politics चालू है. This politics happen in an ashram also. As in anywhere where there are half a dozen people, you'll have politics. It's fact of life. Because people are political. Bound to be there. What are you come here for? Focus on that. Now, how can you focus when you see all? How can you focus when you see all that? Are you getting the idea? This is where your jnana nishtha has to come in. Are you committed enough that you can ignore all these things? And of course, if you are called to help with something, you will do that help. Not a problem. You are a competent person anyway. You got that competency by living a life of karma yoga.
Swamiji, more than commitment to the pursuit of knowledge, are there more pitfalls in the grihastha to kind of sway away from living that knowledge or making it the fact of life? That nishtha part is where
because that immersiveness is wanting. No? Immersiveness is wanting in a grihastha's lifetime. Unless in a grihastha's life, if you are going to lead this, you need to ensure that morning, evening you can do nididhyasanam, japa dhyanam, nididhyasanam, that you can do, some worship you can do. Now that in today's world, with today's working styles, is not easy. The work that the demands of work in today, it is not easy. Working demands are high. Anywhere, especially in a country like India, which is we are on the threshold of being a fully developed country. Okay? In some aspects we are fully developed, some aspects we have people below the poverty line, etc. That will always be there, but more here. Fourth largest economy, but there are so many people, per capita income is poor, is not good enough. Okay. Fourth largest military force in the world, but our educated youngsters don't want to join the army. Shortage of officers. Excellent talent. It is not all the IIT engineers that are joining DRDO. But we have created the fastest missile in the world, BrahMos. The fastest, acknowledged as the fastest missile in the world. We have beaten Russia, USA, China in this. We have talent, incredible talent. So the demands, imagine if you are in a job like that, or a corporate job, you all know what it is. How much of demand is there? Because you get into that, no? You also want a promotion, you also want to be acknowledged. You also want to earn enough to do better for your children. So all that can pull you away from this knowledge. Unless you make a conscious decision that along with all that I will get this also. Because once you have a child, you cannot have let the child feel deprived. So you are putting a child into the top class school, as you call it. Okay? Then all the kids are using things which you may not be able to give it to your child. Then better take him out of that school and put him in a simpler school. The people who created the fastest missile in the world did not go to fancy schools or fancy colleges or get fancy degrees. Ordinary engineering degrees they got, but they were talented, they were skillful, they were knowledgeable. They did it, they highly competent. So, that is it. One of the biggest problem in Using Karma Yoga in the society is keeping up with the Joneses. And your kid doesn't know that. Daddy, their uncle is driving such a fantastic car. Why are you stuck in this old car? You've been driving this car ever since my whole life. His whole life is 10 years, okay. Yeah, but 10 years you've been driving the same car. You also feel, I better change it. But it's doing fine. How many of us can be like my Parsi friend? He's no more now, but 20 years back. 20 years back when 2004, 2005, okay. I went to his second home in Lonavala. So he picked me up in Chembur. He was in Pedder Road, picked me up in Chembur. We went. He was driving a 1976 Ambassador. What was that car? 1976, the first good car that came up from Ambassadors? Forget, what was the name for it? So he drove. His bungalow was in Battery Hill. Then he says, come. He went behind it. He puts his finger into the exhaust pipe and puts it out. See, not one drop of carbon here. Wow. Yeah, Contessa. It is a Contessa, 1976 Contessa. He doesn't need to change that car and he doesn't want to also. But how many of us can be like that? Only a Parsi can be like that, okay. And he was a Parsi, he was a Babaji, all right. So these type of pulls and pressures in life are there. You have to be much more awareful, much more committed. You can gain moksha in a Karma Yoga lifestyle, of course you can gain. No two ways about it. You have to be more awareful, more this thing, to see that you don't get caught up in that rat race. You do everything that you need to do, but you are not caught up in it. And to be sure that you get this knowledge on a regular basis. You can't attend a class every day. Nobody will be able to attend a class every day. Nobody, and I'm saying nobody. So what do? You get that daily dose by either your own study. I know I used to travel 45 minutes to work every morning and I used to take a book and read in that travel. Yeah? Because I used to catch the 6:30 train from Chembur station. So 6:30 train in the morning, I'm sitting and reading something like this. Spend a time daily, regularly in Japa Dhyanam Nidhityasam. Do that. Once in a while, that will also get broken up. Guaranteed. Once in a while, it will get broken up. Yeah. But that's life. It happens. Once in a while in Rishikesh also, my meditation, morning meditation, go out of the window. Why? शुद्धानंद would say, आज रात को आपका मदद चाहिए? हाँ स्वामी जी हम आए ना. Why? We are putting the roofing for the whole building. Block of 4 rooms, we are putting the roofing. Roofing has to be put in one shot. So there are no joining and no cracks for it to be waterproof. So we start after dinner at 8 o'clock in the night and go on up to 3 o'clock in the morning. Whole roof is complete. After that, you're going to get up at 5 o'clock and meditate. You'll go to sleep. It's good enough that I could go to class and attend regularly. 2 hours sleep and then you go and attend the class and you're fresh and walking. Yeah. There's another thing, you have to learn to handle that. Your sleepy mind. Grihasthashrama much more, no? You're sitting on your computer up to 12 o'clock in the night. Now what are you talking about? Handle that. So once in a way it will get broken. Now see, once in a way, I'm just elaborating this householder's life. Once in a way it will get broken. So what do? 3 days in a row, if it's broken, 4th day you will not do. Before you know it, 2 weeks have passed. You skipped your ritual, your routine. 2 weeks have passed. Why? Pull yourself back. So can you imagine how much of alertness is required? Okay, 3 days I skipped, no? Okay. 4th day I took a break because I needed to rest and catch up. Fine. 5th day, back into it. But fifth day your mind is gone off. Before you know it, 2 weeks are gone. Hey, yaar, no, I must get back. This is very common. Sometimes I see good students, I don't see them for 2-3 weeks, I miss them in the class. Then I'll send them a message, hey, what happened? Not seeing you. Because life is like that, it pulls you away. So that little message I sent helps them. Hurry, correct, I had to get back. It is natural. We all went through it, don't worry. We all went through it. How do you think I know that so well? Because I went through it. Yeah. So we know. So can you see how many things you have to keep in mind? There are pitfalls. Sadhu life, there are even more pitfalls than today. I remember Swami Chinmayanji saying, he was sitting looking towards the road and thinking of something. So Tapovan Maharaj was walking by, saw him, gave him a firing. And Swami Chinmayanji saying, why did he give me a firing? Saying, are you worth being a sadhu, this, that, etc. He's scratching his head, what's wrong? What did I do wrong? Then another senior student was there, Swami Govindagiri, Govinda Anandagiri. I knew him also. He said, you know, where you are looking, there were some of these Pahadi girls going. So Tapovan Maharaj didn't want you to fall for any of that thing, he was pulling you up. Acha, theek hai. Not a problem. I had plenty of girls in my life. Which Swami Chinmayanji had, therefore he could say that I didn't even notice those girls. I was lost in my thought. Because he had enough of that in his life. Okay, over and done with. Karma Yoga. Yogyata was there. So these are the things that happen. There is sadhu life also, it is there. Grihastha-ashrama also, it is there. Sadhu life, the ego can come up very much. Maharaj hu main. In fact, one of the guys whom I knew in Rishikesh told me once, Maharaj hu main. I said, Revade, you know, my neighboring state is Gujarat. What does Maharaj mean in Gujarat, do you know? Maharaj sadhu? No, cook. We call our cooks Maharaj, okay? Gujaratis, no? Food is the most important thing. Therefore, the cook is Maharaj only. ऐसा कैसे हो सकता है? ऐसा भी होता है. चलो. The problem of taking yourself too seriously, because you are taking the pursuit too seriously. Pursuit has to be taken seriously. Don't take yourself too seriously. If 100 people call you great and you think I'm really great, maybe, may not be. And if you are great, let the greatness lie lightly on your shoulders. That's important in a sadhu life. Therefore, there are pitfalls in both lifestyles. One of the biggest things in a karma yoga lifestyle is the refusal to confront issues that come up from your mind. Why? Our entertainment, our society is a very escapist culture. I said this before. You come to an empty home, what's the first thing you do? You put on the light, you put on the fan or AC or whatever. Then, TV, music. Why? You want to escape from what? What are you escaping from? Yourself. What else are you escaping? Let the TV be there. You want to watch something in particular? There's an interesting program, I want to see it. Fine, please see it. It was an interesting program, I want to see it. Fine. Or cricket, I want to see it. You're a cricket fan. Okay, see it. No, I'm just seeing what. If there is something interesting, all right, you saw 1 to 500, 500 to 1. Anything interesting? No. Then off it. No, but you'll still go. And now, there is only 500 channel. Now there is Netflix, there's a whatever, all that thing. Yeah. I never realized until recently then an invitation by a member of the opposite sex to watch Netflix and chill meant more than watching Netflix and chilling out. Only recently I understood that. I thought watching Netflix, chill out, okay. Instead of watching it alone, you're watching it together with a friend. No, then I realized, no, it means more than that. अच्छा ऐसा भी होता है, ठीक है. Yeah. Right, because the setting was too intimate. So that's when I realized, oh, okay. होता है. Because society changes, no? Paradigms change, paradigm shift. Then I said, अपना टाइम में भी ऐसा था. An invitation just for two people to go for a movie meant other things also in our times when we were in college. If you are going in a group, it is different. When you only two people are going, it is different. So now that's being replaced by Netflix and chill. That expression. Would you like to Netflix and chill? होता है. You can teach an old dog new tricks, okay? What I'm trying to say is, either lifestyle distractions can be huge. One needs to be, that's why one of the most important qualities, whether you are a sadhu or a karma yogi, most important thing is to be very alert towards happening inside. Alert, deliberating things. Once you are that, you are fine. Okay. If you can go all the way up to Sakshi Bhavam, etc., and you're functioning, great. But difficult to achieve that. No? You need a lot of awareness exercises, and that much not necessary. It may have been necessary for all those Vadramushti warriors like Arjuna, etc., to be at that level. But you don't have to be at that level of a functioning. Our society is different. Even a soldier in today's world doesn't have to be at that level. No? Even the pilots who fly Rafale and all, you don't have to be at that level. Sakshi Bhavam, not necessary. Yeah. Olden days, one needed to be, that's a different thing. What was lacking in technology was made up by the human component. So, अभी टाइम मिला है कि कोयल को? Good. So, that alertness and deliberateness of life will sail you through it. Be able to catch yourself, pull yourself back when necessary. And this. Okay, then going ahead, he says, Yoga Yuktaha Vishuddhatma Vijitatma Jitendriyaha Sarva Bhutatma Bhutatma Kurvannapi na lipyate. What happens if you follow Karma Yoga all the way through until moksha, until you gain the knowledge? Yoga Yuktaha. Karma Yogena Yuktaha, one who is leading a life of Karma Yoga. Vishuddhatma, now everything taken care of. Ragadvesha, that, all taken care of. Inner issues, biases, all that taken care of. Vijitatma, therefore naturally Vijitatma, one who has gained a certain sense of self-mastery. Vijitatma. There are nothing like moods. मेरे को mood नहीं है आज पढ़ने को. What do you mean no mood? What is this mood thing? Nothing like mood, okay? What you have to do, you do. That's it. Jitendriya, master of the sense organ, meaning mastering your mind. Sense organs don't do, and sense organs only report. Your mind has to go along with it. The Jitendriya, Sarva Bhutatma Bhuta. Sarva Bhutanam Atma Bhutam. You have discovered yourself as the one that is there in all beings and all things. Sarva Bhutanam Atma Bhuta. Sarva Bhuta. Such a person, Kurvannapi na lipyate. Then he is doing 101 things. Na lipyate. There is no karma, karma phalam, etc. coming to him. Papa punya, etc. is not because aham akarta bhukta. If I am sarva bhutatma bhutatma, then not a karta bhukta anymore. I am doing. Pashyadi Vishya Vishesha. You're doing why? You're doing just like anything else. You're doing because you're playing a role on the stage. All the world is a stage, men and women but actors. They have their entries, they have their exits. That's how it is. Your life is like that. So you play the role well, everything goes fine. But you're free. You gain this knowledge. You're absolutely free. You not become a sannyasi, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Why? The knowledge has fulfilled itself. It takes some time. Yes, it takes some time. There are pitfalls. Yes, there are pitfalls. There are distractions. Of course there will be. When things at home are tough, your wife is saying, you have not done these things I told you to do. You have not done any of those things, and your child is demanding attention, this, that, etc. I need a break. Go sit down and meditate. What meditation? Meditation and becomes. What that? One of the things you have to learn to handle. Prasada buddhi, Ishararpana buddhi. Yeah, that's the whole game. Because Karma Yoga is not a yoga of action. It's a yoga of an attitude towards action. Those attitudes are important. Yeah. Therefore, then what is the mind? What is the thing? Very nicely he says, Naiva kinchit karomi iti yuktaha manyate tattvavid pashyan srunvan sprishan jagran ashnan gachan swapan pashwan Ralapan Visurjan Grihnan Nimishan Unimishan Napi Indriyani Indriyartu Vartante Iti Dharayan Naiva Kinchit Karomi. I don't do a thing. Why? I am Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahman. There is nothing I can do. Okay? The limitless cannot move. Yuktaha Manyati Tattvavid. Tattvavid and Yuktaha. Tattvavid and is always with this knowledge. The knowledge is not out of sight, out of mind. Class mein everything is fine. You go out, I got all the problems start. Yaar, ye kya musibat hai? No. Say, Anandoham. Such a person, Yuktaha. Manyate. What does it mean? Pashyan, seeing, hearing, all that. Seeing, hearing, touching, smelling, eating, walking, sleeping, breathing, talking, grabbing something, releasing something. Opening, closing the eyes, meaning going to sleep, not getting all that. Okay. What is that? Indriyani indriyateshu vartante. The body and mind is functioning in its respective field of activities. Aham kimapi na karomi. I do nothing. You do nothing, you are engaged in 101 things. You do nothing. क्या क्या कर रहा है? क्लास पढ़ाता है, वर्कशॉप करता है, टीचिंग, बिल्डिंग अप आश्रम, मार्शल आर्ट्स ऑल्सो ऑन टॉप ऑफ इट. ये सब क्या है? नाटकबाजी है. किमपि न करोमि. I do nothing. Why? Indriyani indriyashu vartante. The body and mind is functioning in the various field of activities. What am I doing? Nothing. This is the completeness of knowledge. Where is the stress of work? Work ही नहीं तो stress किधर है? There can be certain tiredness of the body and mind, of course. Body and mind are finite entities, no? However good condition you kept it in, still, that's it. और क्या? कुछ नहीं. So when I am sleeping, I am not sleeping. When I am teaching, I am not teaching. When I am talking, I am not talking. All that, okay? Why? I am Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahman. At the same time, my body and mind is talking. That all that is happening. You may be with your beloved, you may be on a battlefield. It's the same. Aham kimapi na karomi. This is the culmination of the knowledge. When the knowledge is seeped in enough, it has become yours. Not only you have validated it, you owned it up. It's a fact of your life. And this is it. I do nothing. Everything happens. Things happen. You're contributing to it. Yeah, body and mind is contributing to it. But please don't change your language, okay? I'm saying body and mind is doing it to make you understand what it is. No, they gain this knowledge. I cannot say I am doing. I have to say, this body is hungry. This body is tired. This body is going to go to sleep. That's not the issue. We understand. When you say I am tired, we understand what it is. Then your body and mind is tired, you need to have a break. That's all. No, but if I say Atma, for I can't say I am tired. Hey, it's standpoint, shifting standpoints, we understand, Baba. We know when you are saying tired, we know that you are not saying Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahman is tired. We know that. But you seem to be in doubt. Why? You feel the need to change the language. Yeah. That means your knowledge is shaky. Because if you say I am tired, I am saying Atma is tired. No. If you are clear about Atma, then you will say I am tired because functional language is functional language. Language is invented for functioning. Therefore, it will take the functioning standpoint. Therefore, to reveal the non-functioning, you have to use lakshanas, etc. That's how the teaching tradition came up. Because the language you know is the functioning language. So use the functioning language, you don't have to change it. And through that you can convey the truth, you can convey functioning, both you can do. So you should be comfortable with that whole thing. Okay, naiva kinchit karomi iti indriyani indriyarteshu vartante. Alright, this is for a wise person, irrespective of what lifestyle he's been leading, okay? Whether he's been leading a Karma Yoga lifestyle or a sannyasi lifestyle. Okay. Then he's coming one step, saying, what happens to a Karma Yogi? Here. Brahmanyadhaya karmani sangam tyaktva karoti yaha lipyatena sa papena padmapatra iva ambasaha. Brahmani adaya karmani, offering all actions to Brahman. Okay. Brahman here stands for Jagat Karanam, Ishvara. Okay. Therefore, Ishvara Arpanam. Okay. Therefore, Sangam Tyaktva Karoti Yaha, who has given up all forms of bondage, attachments to things. Sangam. Sangam is not association. You can be associated with anything and everything. And be free. Why not? Why? Okay, we say have satsang, don't avoid company of bad people, etc. because you don't want them to influence you. Are you so weak that you are going to be influenced by them? Then you are not a karma yogi. Right? Okay, I'll let you know a secret. I knew this girl, she was a call girl. Okay, I knew her for years. And she would come and talk with me sometime. He used to tell me, Ramon, can I talk to you? I said, yeah, sure. Meet me for a cup of coffee. I said, okay, fine. You don't mind being seen with me, no? I said, 90% of the people don't know what you are anyway. You don't know your profession. So what is the problem? And those few that they know, let them think what they want. I'll meet you for a coffee. No? And she used to say, you're the only person, who treats me as a human being, not as an object of sex. I said, yeah, because you're a human being. No? So, association is not the issue. What is inside is the issue. Then I helped her get out of it. I said, get out of this state, change your name, change your identification. Don't keep in touch with anyone that you know here, including me. That's the only way you will get out of this profession. Including me, I said. So she shifted from the city, and after 6 months, I got one letter from her without any return address, saying, the only thing I miss about my new life is I don't have a friend like you yet. But I did everything you said and I'm out of it and fine. I said, great. I'm happy wherever you are. Brahmanyadaya karmani sangam tyaktva karoti yaha. Who does everything? Sangam tyaktva. No more caught up, no more emotionally dependent on what you are doing. This is a good advice for all people who are going to retire. When you have a year or two left, you better see that you are no more dependent on your work for your sense of identification, etc. Yeah, keep doing something because you have been doing something for the last 30, 40 years of your life. You can't suddenly stop doing everything. But Sangam Tiktva, let your identity not be coming from that. Sangam Tiktva mani karoti ha. Lipyate sa papena. He is not taken, he is not touched by all the good, the bad and the ugly that the work can do to you. He is not touched by that, he says. How? Padma Patri Vambasaha. Like a lotus leaf in the water. Like a lotus leaf in the water. The leaf doesn't get wet. There is water, it's inside the water. It's just under the surface. It doesn't get wet. Why? It's like a Teflon coating. Now you have to say Teflon coating. Why? Those days Padma Patra was the example because that was known. Now lotus leaf, what is that? Where does one see a lotus leaf? Where can one buy it from? सुपरमार्केट में रहेगा क्या लोटस लीफ? वो गाँव जाना पड़ेगा देखने के लिए. Maybe when the ashram comes up, we must put a few lotus plants also in that water body, at least for the sake of understanding this example. Padmatpatri Vambasaha. Untouched by that. You are in the world but untouched by the world. For that, your Ishvara Arpanam and Prasada Buddhi should be strong. Otherwise you get caught up. Caught up doesn't mean doing a lot. Doing a lot can be done by anyone. You can do a lot caught up or you can do a lot not caught up. So, you can remain like that, he says. Padma Patre Vambasaha. Brahmanyadaya karmani. By offering all your actions. Therefore, karma phala, etc. What happens here. It's prasada from Ishvara, it's okay. Today I got ashes. Everything went off. Nothing worked right. Okay. Why are you upset about it? No, but that's prasada. I didn't expect my close friend to cheat me. Happens. People are human. Dogs are better than this. A dog doesn't have a choice of cheating you. Human being has freedom of choice. That's okay. You do what is necessary. You do what is necessary to take care of. No? You can't work with this guy anymore. Okay, don't work. Call it a day, enough. Baba, tata, bye bye. Go. All the turmoil and reaction. Okay, that is a Karma Yoga lifestyle with the attitude. It's a beautiful attitude you have. This is the height of Karma Yoga you can go to. Padma Patra Vambasaha. In fact, it almost looks as though it's a description of a person who lived a life of Karma Yoga and has gained that knowledge. Without great insights, such a state is not possible. Such a way of living is not possible. You must have had solid exposure to Vedanta and insights along with a life of Karma Yoga to come up to this level. Otherwise it won't happen. You will be thrown off by the things that happen in society and people. Yeah. It will happen. I didn't expect my close friend to cheat me. You feel cheated because the friend is close. If it was a stranger, you wouldn't have felt cheated, no? Some stranger in the market trying to overcharge you, doesn't matter to you. My friend did that to me, cheated me. You felt it because of the friend. I mean, it's simple as that, isn't it? But it is not dharmic. Correct, it is not dharmic. Correct, what the friend did was not dharmic. Correct. The human being is a failure. It is deliberately done. Deliberately done. Okay. Karma phala will go to. I don't like this injustice. What do you want to do about it? Go give him a whack and come out. You feel free, na? Leave it behind. Give him one tight whack and come off and be free. Well, how can I do that? Then take care of your reaction. Take care of the reaction. That's where samadama comes in. Dhamma, you don't want to give him a whack. Alright. Then sama has to come in. Because the reaction inside your mind is still reacting. So take care of that, process it, etc. That's all part of Karma Yoga. In fact, it's in life of Karma Yoga you develop all the qualifications necessary, sama, dhamma, titiksha, etc. Where? Live in Bombay and travel by public transport, titiksha will automatically come in. Travel by local train in peak hours, you'll know what titiksha is. You'll know what alertness is. Because somebody will try to flick your wallet, somebody will try to cut your bag, all that will happen. Alertness will come in. Everything will come in. So all this is part of the game of life. Karma Yoga prepares you for this knowledge. Sannyasa also prepares you, but in its own way, differently. Yeah, Karthik.
Swamiji, as one goes through Karma Yoga, does one's understanding of Ishvara also increase? So,
Yep.
for example, is the starting point for Karma Yoga that Ishvara is Karma Phala Data,
Yeah.
and as you mature, you recognize everything is Ishvara?
Yeah, and not only everything is Ishvara, you understand that everything that happens is Ishvara's order at work.
Okay.
That is the thing. Yeah. The Ishvara's order at work. You will see in every little thing that's happening. And that's the beauty of the work. And you will be able to see in your own life how you are here because of so many things happen. It couldn't have been different. Couldn't have been different. Everything that happened brought you here, like, you know. So all that thing you will start recognizing. It's very interesting. Yeah. The understanding of Ishvara that comes in. And then of course that understanding is deepened to understand Satyam Jnanam Ananta. Because that's what the teaching is. You are exposed to that at least on a once or twice a week. You are exposed to that. Good enough. It happens in time. Therefore, Karma Yoga is essential, non-negotiable. Sannyasa is optional. After some time, you want to shift over to Sannyasa, it's fine. Get onto the fast track. You are ready for it. Or no, this is I find this life fine. Continue in it. Continue in it. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. What is the final thing? Final thing you have to gain this knowledge. That's what matters. Nothing else matters. How you get it, where you get it, क्या फर्क पड़ा? And I want to go do tapas on the Rishikesh mines. आजकल ऋषिकेश में तपस नहीं होता है, okay? Too much of too crowded. Yoga capital, adventure capital, everything happens there. Vedanta very little. Our time is only Vedanta there, nothing else. Yoga was practically unheard of. Now those who have come to Rishikesh will know every corner yoga class. They characterize about only one room 10 by 10, usme yoga class. Ayurvedic massage, that also happens there. Everything happens in the 10 by 10 room. Every corner it is there. Everyone runs a, what do you call it? Adventure sport, river rafting. The guy's got only one raft and one person is doing it himself. That's all. No safety equipment, nothing. Ganga Maya saves people from accidents. When I see some of the characters running, I say, what the hell are they doing? If someone dies there, I'm not surprised. Someone doesn't die, I'm surprised. This is the equipment you have. Characters don't even know how to swim and they're coming with you for river rafting. Can't swim. Not necessary, no, life raft hai na. Life belt hai na. Yeah, life belt will keep you afloat. You will float nicely all the way to Haridwar. Anyway, jokes apart, that is romanticizing. Not to romanticize. To be hard-boiled, realist, not keep your feet firmly on the ground and be spiritual. Otherwise, all becomes airy-fairy talk in the hawa mein talking. Oh, this is so nice. Oh, that's such a blissful. Ravade, all nonsense. Be hard-headed, boiled, straight, pragmatic. That will work. All these airy-fairy things won't work. Good attitudes, yes, will work. Ishvara Arpanam Prasada Buddhi, those are the attitudes. Swamiji, everything is sacred, you know. One tight slap, that's also sacred. Can you get it? Oh, you hit me. Sacred. What happened so suddenly? Everything became unsacred. Huh? Talk in the air. Yeah, Havama Bhagya. So be careful what you are. Be a realist, have the attitudes, then things will work out well. Think it over. Next class we will see more. Okay? Om Tat Sat.